Welcome back, everyone. This is a little different video for me. I don't usually do travel things, but Wendy and I are in Scotland and we are going to the Cairngorm Reindeer exhibit in the national park. So I figured there's not many videos online, so when you come, you have to park in the road. So when you find the actual location, you have to park in the road and just walk in. You check in here in this shop, and then they give you the necessary passes, and then it's about a mile and a half up that way, and you meet in a car park and they will show you the tour. So we'll continue when we get there. Here we are at the Reindeer Center. 4 or 5 minute drive up the road. We see the Sugar Hill car park. Meet there at 11 o'clock.
Reindeer herders here at the centre. We've both been down in the office all morning, so absolutely delighted to get out onto the hill, into the sunshine, and see our reindeer. Also got Christine with us. Christine has been here for the week, volunteering her time, so fantastic to have her as well. I think this is her last day, so thank you very much. Has anyone been on a hill trip before? You, great! Fantastic, thanks for coming back. For those who haven't, I'll just describe how the walk looks from here. So we've just got a very simple 10-15 minute walk ahead of us. The footpath, just like behind me, there's a bit of loose gravel, there's some steeper steps that we have to go down, some big steps on the other side that we have to clamber over, but just take your time, there is really no rush at all. So I think today Cameron will be at the front leading the way, setting a nice steady speed for us, and I'll be at the back with Christine as backstop. If anyone's got any issues, you can just drop back and see us at the back. But we're going to take you above the tree line into the sunshine, where Cameron will tell you a little bit about the habitat of the reindeer. We'll do a little bit of do's and don'ts, some safety stuff, and then we'll head on in. We've got a lovely big group of reindeer for you to meet today, some big males, some females, and their 4-month-old calves as well, which have just come in off the free range, off the mountains. So all of our reindeer, every single one, spends a good portion of their year out in the mountains doing their own thing. Today we're going to take them into our management area, our hill enclosure, but we'll talk a wee bit more about that when you can see it. We're going to feed them, that's what's in these big green bags, this is their lunch. That's really why they are going to want to come and say hello to us today. I'm afraid it's mostly bribery that are in these bags. You'll all get a chance to hand feed them, and after that the guided part of the tour is basically over. You can stay on the hill for as long as you like, asking us questions, taking photographs, but whenever you're ready to leave, you just make your own way back down to this car park. So just be aware of the route up and down, but it's very straightforward, very simple.
Hunt, but eventually there were no reindeer left anywhere in the UK. Then in the late 1940s, There was a Swedish Sami reindeer herder called Mikkel Utsi, and he came to Aviemore on his honeymoon with his wife, Dr. Ethel Lundgren, and he assumed that there were reindeer here in the hills. They're very similar to his native reindeer pastures, a lot of the same vegetation, very similar shaped hills. So he set off to find the native Scottish reindeer, and of course couldn't find any. But this is what gave him the inspiration to reintroduce reindeer. So he brought over 8 of his own herd, and gradually built a population here in the Cairngorms. And today we've got about 150 reindeer within the whole. So when we head into the enclosure, we're going to go in through 3 gates, all the way at the back, and shut them all behind us. However, as Ruth said, whenever you want to leave, head back to the car park exactly the same way you came up. And make sure you shut all 3 gates behind you on the way out. It's obvious. And at this point, it's important that you guys keep moving, because if you stop, the reindeer stop, you get a great long traffic jam, people spread out into the distance. So you keep moving, keep following Ruth until she stops, and then gather around in a semicircle. And that way the reindeer will keep moving as well, and we can carry on with the hill trip. And you guys will get to become amateur reindeer herders. You keep walking, keep moving reindeer from one place to another, depending on where they are when we get there.
It's like, oh, we got some food coming over. Get the little one coming. Oh.
He's not scared yet. He's pushing his way through.
Alright. I don't have any. What's the cell phone? You can text message somebody?
If you guys stay as you are, I'm actually going to come down here.
Mm-hmm. You forget how
He forgets how big
space
he
it
is.
takes up.
Right down here. Fantastic. So if I stand here, hopefully everyone can hear me, also see where I'm pointing. So feel free to get a bit closer, you can form a semicircle. Fantastic. So I promise we will give you plenty of opportunity to go and mingle with the herd, go and find your favourites, find your own little peaceful moment on the hill. But before that, we do like to gather you up one final time to show you and teach you a little bit about the reindeer themselves. Cameron now has the difficult job of giving the calves some preferential feeding. So all these mini reindeer around Cameron, they're the 4-month-old calves born in the spring. They then spend all summer out in the mountains with mum, learning how to be little wild reindeer out in the hills, finding all the best grazing. It's the best start in life. And then they just came into the enclosure within the last 2 weeks. And as you can see, they've quickly cottoned on to what's in the green bags. They've got really pretty friendly and tame, some of them a little bit too cheeky and tame, just within those 2 weeks of being back in the enclosure. And then the big males are in here with the bigger antlers still covered in the velvet, still looking furry. These are our Christmas reindeer, we call them. They are gelded males, adult males, which we've taught how to pull a sleigh. Our breeding bulls are not here today. They're at our second site, away from females and trouble. But by the end of the month, we'll bring three reindeer bulls into the enclosure, separate the females out. So it's getting to that time of year, the rut, the breeding season. But you're perfectly safe, no breeding bulls around us today. Some pretty bossy, cheeky reindeer, but they mean us no harm, they're just wanting to be close to Cameron and the green bag of food. So, whilst we're stood around them, hopefully everyone can see the size of their feet. If not just yet, when they come over, check out their feet, and hopefully you'll agree they're very, very big. There are about 40 different species of deer in the world. Reindeer and caribou, they're actually the same animal, same species. They live around the north part of our planet, Scandinavia, parts of Russia, China, into Mongolia, and then on the other side, a little bit of Canada and Alaska. They're the only subarctic and arctic species of deer, so they come with a whole range of adaptations for life in the cold, including their feet. So great big feet, distributes their weight, spreads out, so they have no bother walking through snow in the winter months. In winters here, I've actually had to put on my skis in order to get out to the herd, otherwise I would sink down through the snow up to my thighs, whereas these reindeer make it look easy. Inbuilt snowshoes. They're also excellent shovels, so they can dig down through the snow, smell their favourite food, the lichen, under about 1 metre of snow, dig down through it to get to the food beneath. There's also a noise that's coming from their feet. Don't know if anyone's tuned into it yet. A clicking, yeah. If you've not got your ears tuned in yet, every time they move, listen out for a clicking sound. You might hear it behind you. So it happens with every step of their back feet. It's a tendon, it slips over a bone, and the friction produces that clicking sound. Probably one of my favourite reindeer facts. It's a very, very basic communication method. So when they can't see each other in the Arctic winter and it's dark all day long, or they're in a whiteout, often on Cairngorm, it can be thick layers of cloud on the mountain, you can barely see your own hand in front of your face. The reindeer can't see each other, and yet they're a herd animal, they want to stay together. If they were to vocalise and make contact calls with one another, they would waste precious body heat. Opening up their mouth, releasing hot air would be a waste of energy. So instead they remain quite silent and they just click. And that way they can hear each other, even when they can't see each other. When the herd's disappearing over the shoulder of a hill, they can just all follow along. Next up, I'll talk about their coats. So the reindeer today are probably feeling quite hot on a morning like this. It was very cold overnight up here, but it's going to get hotter throughout the day, and they've already grown in their winter coats. So today we're probably going to get some quite hot reindeer, but I promise they will totally be fine. It cools off overnight, and it's very rare to get temperatures like this in September. So it's just for this week, I think, so they will be fine. But this winter coat is incredibly thick. There's 2 layers of hair. There's a fluffy undercoat closest to the skin. It's like a down-like layer. And then all the visible hairs you can see, there's thousands per square inch, they're all hollow. They have a honeycomb structure within every single hair, so that's what traps the air and that's what keeps them warm. The Arctic summer is very short, so by September their winter coat is already growing through again. Finally, I'll talk about the things on their heads, because you've come at a really interesting time of year when some are looking furry and some are looking bony and some a little in between, like Helsinki over there has some bone and some gruesome looking skin hanging off her. Florence, another one over there, looking a bit half and half. So what is going on? So antler is made of bone and it grows every spring and every summer. Over the summer months when the vegetation is good, that's the best time to put on weight and grow antlers. Growing bone needs a blood supply. So beneath this fuzzy velvet, the specialized skin, specialized tissue, is the blood and nerve endings. The blood is being pumped to the very tip of the antler, feeding the growing bone. But at the end of the summer, the bone has finished growing, it has become fully calcified and hardened. They don't need the blood supply anymore. So at the very base of the antler, the blood supply cuts off, and the velvet skin dies and peels away. So it can look a little bit gruesome, like in Florence's case we get a lot of people asking if it's hurting the animals. Absolutely not, they cannot feel it. Christy here still has a few little scrappy bits of the velvet on the very points, but she can't feel that. Any red or blood you can see is just residual, they have no feeling in it. Because right now she can use those as weapons. So anybody with the bony antlers, they're ready to use them. You've all been incredibly patient, apart from coffee. So we're going to feed the reindeer now. Perhaps if me and Christine put out the food, and then Cam can teach you how to hand feed the reindeer. So we'll feed the reindeer, we'll do the hand feeding, and then you can mingle around and go and find your favourites. Has anyone got any questions just now? Yeah.
What do the reindeer really like to eat, and are they ruminants?
Yeah, good question. So they are ruminants, like a cow. They've got 4 chambers to their stomach. So you might see some of them, like Sunflower behind me, chewing. So she regurgitates the food into her mouth and chews it again. In the summertime, pretty much anything is on the menu that grows on the ground. So the rough mountain grasses, the sedges, blaeberry, heather. When that dies off beneath the snow in the wintertime and loses its nutritional value, they mostly eat the lichen, and it grows in big carpets out on the mountains. They will still take heather and bits and bobs as well. We feed them like a concentrate animal feed. It supplements the grazing. So when they're out in the mountains, they don't need it. When they're in here, it means, yeah, it's bribery. They want to come and say hello. It also means they're not going to overgraze the enclosure. Anything else? Cool. I think we'll feed them then. If you stay still as you are, me and Christine will wander away. Listen out for the clicking. You might get a wee stampede of reindeer coming through you, but just stay still.
They saw them pick up the bags. They were waiting for that. You like that?
They're like, they're in my way. How am I going to get to it?
You want to come through? Come on.
Parce que Molly, c'est mal over.
I would not know Mississippi. That was their feet.
No, I really didn't.
Right, so when it comes to hand feeding a reindeer, what we'll get you to do is put both hands together, curl your fingers and thumbs up into a bowl. They can't bite you, they've only got a very small row of teeth at the bottom. So curl your fingers up and stretch your arms out as far away from you as you can. This means there's plenty of space for reindeer and antlers, and nose we get an antler up the nose. We just do 1 go of hand feeding per person. So if you want a photo, designate your photographer first, we'll go along the line, everybody can have a go, and then we'll go back along and all the photographers can have a go as well, so no one's going to miss out. Now, you won't get to choose the reindeer will choose you. However, we're not going to feed any of the young calves. So any of the small cute reindeer with a black ear tag, to avoid giving them any hand feed. And like I say, just 1 go per person. So what we'll get you guys to do is, you're in a pretty good line, but if you just stretch out slightly in a straight line, there's no one in front of you and no one behind you, and then we'll come along and divvy out the hand feed.
How many babies are there a year, correct?
So this year we've got about 22.
Oh, I thought we'd get bombarded. Oh,
There
here's
you go.
somebody. Oh, there, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, look at your cute. Oh my goodness, you're just something. I'm spilling a lot. That's it.
Would you like some too?
I had a little bit left. You little greedy guts.
Can I do this? Oh, want the easy. Come on, brother. A little more.
He gives up early, doesn't he? He's like, I got bigger stuff here. Oh, you're going to go on to where there's more.
Yes, occasionally you'll get
No, it doesn't like
crumbs.
You're pretty picky.
Not really. Not really. They tend to
Oh, you're
Oh, I
so
got a
sweet.
crumb. I have crumbs.
red deer.
I know.
High up on the tree line, really. Likewise, with reindeer.
That's all.
They tend not to be
Stuff off the ground.
Yeah.
One behind you.
Look at his one.
He's got the bigger, looks like a moose antler.
Trying to get the picture with that.
One's got a big unicorn thing going on. Looks like you don't have anything to give me, I'm not going to pay any attention.
He just sees, oh, there we go.
That one's a little one. So you walk out on your own when you want to go, and you just look for the footpath, this little bridge. And there's 3 gates. Just close them behind you and right back to the car park. And this will, it's hot. This will give an idea of how far the viewing, as far as you need to go. It started a lot quicker, a lot sooner, but they want to get away from people, and people keep following them. So we're going to not bother them anymore. We just have to figure out how to undo the gate. This has a hook on it. No, I got it. And it just latches around easier. There we go. Easier without a camera in your hand. Another gate. Same thing. This one is easier, rope on the top, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh no, it's also,
Oh, they did too. This one.
you have to undo that. Oh no, I see. No.
Nice breeze. It's warm. It got warm. It started off in the low 40s, but it's definitely in the 60s now. But it's a nice walk. and a nice walkway, so you're not walking, you know, this is very boggy here, and it's got lots of little tributaries coming off it, so you've got to cross those. But with this wooden walkway, it makes it easy, and they've got no skid plates on there, and some of the places have chicken wire on it as well, so you get some grip. Before the walk down, and they even have hand sanitizer there after feeding the reindeer, so not a bad idea. Here's a view looking back from the last gate, so you can see how far you get to go, and the scenery here is beautiful.
You did mention it's only a 10-15 minute walk.
Yeah, it's only,
yeah.
so not bad. So we'll have to make our way back down. As you can see, lots of interesting plant life to photograph on your way.
It's just the angle with the sun is not the greatest.
It's fairly easy walking, lots of rocks. It's well packed too, so even if it was raining, this part would not be mud. And you can't get the depth from right here, but you would not want to go over there, because it's probably about 150 feet to the bottom, maybe 200. And there's a river. That's what you hear. Figured this would be a good time to take a video of the whole trail, and there's not 30 other people in front. And you can see the bridge, so we're almost down. Little rock steps. There's the bridge, and here's a nice little photo spot. Here comes Wendy. Over the bridge. So there's a look back from the bridge. Look down the river. And make our way back to the car park. There's the tree. It's an easy walk. Pretty much anybody could do it. Very nice.
Oh, okay, good. I can go in this attire and not...
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Totally.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, car coming. Here. There's only one spot you have to cross the road. right back to the car park. You have to, it's a pay to park. Self pay to park, how much was it?
£2 per hour, £3 for 3 hours.
Okay. So there you have it. It's well worth the money. The guides did a great job.
Yeah, it was, when we did it, it was only £48 for the two of us.
Can't beat that, and plus they use it to help everyone.
Yeah, for the herd.
Help the herd, I mean everyone. So there you have it. So as usual, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.